Shalom, family. It's good to see you all here. So, I did invite a few people on the panel, and they're not here yet, but hey, we can't stop the show. The show must go on. So, I do have a lot of topics that I want to cover with you, and some of these you're already familiar with, and some you might not have heard. But nevertheless, it will definitely be an interesting night. So I'm going to give it a few minutes for people to come in and then we can get started. And if they come, that's wonderful. If they don't, hey, I got this. You know that. So I hope everybody is doing well. The only thing I'm concerned about, we got a terrible storm going on right now. It was not storming all day. When I come on here to do my current events, all of a sudden all hell breaks loose, right? So hopefully we won't lose power. I hope not. And we're able to get through this whole thing. So shalom to everybody that came, everyone that's in the chat. I'm glad you're here. And I hope everything's going well for you. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter for me. I don't care if I don't have to have a big crowd to do current events, It doesn't matter if it's small or big, you're here, and that's all that matters. Well, so hello to everybody, and hello to all the people that are just coming in. Okay. TKC FBA, you said you haven't been getting notification. That is pretty much the norm on YouTube. That happens to me. I'll hit notifications for other people's channel for live streams or upcoming premieres, and I don't get the notification. I think that's a standard thing on YouTube, unfortunately. But I do understand a lot of people, this does happen to. I've heard it from numerous subscribers over the years where they have hit that notification button and I will come on to do something and they don't get notified. More common than uncommon. Mhm. Wow. Wow. I mean, this is something else. Okay, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, let me share my screen and we're going to just cover some of the topics. Many of them came out last week or the week before. All right, let me share my screen. See what we got here. Okay, we're going to start with Brother Polite. Now, Brother Polite made a brief appearance in court, and from what I understand, people were upset that nothing happened during his court appearance. But if you would have listened to the recording that I played, you would have understood what was going to happen on that day because they actually spoke about it. It was his attorney, the prosecution, and the judge, and they were interacting with each other, and they even said he would make an appearance, but they didn't say anything was going to happen. So, those of you that listened in on the court case this past Friday, all he did was turn in his passport. But he has to make another appearance in 60 days, and that was discussed on the recording. So, unfortunately, if you didn't listen to the recording, you probably would have been disappointed listening to Friday's court date. But if you would have listened carefully to the recording, you would have understood it was a brief appearance for him and nothing more than that. Okay. And they also discussed a plea deal that was discussed on the audio as well. And so I'm sorry if people were upset. But if more people would have listened to this video that I did this actually on a live stream, you wouldn't be disappointed because you would have anticipated what was going to happen Friday. They actually discussed exactly what they were going to do Friday, and that's what they did. So, all right, so let's get to our next topic. Okay, Ocean Gate. Ocean Gate. So now more information is coming out on this submersible, which they should have never ever gotten on. So this sub took 90 dives. 90 dives. Out of 90 dives, it reached the Titanic only 13 times. So, in other words, it failed the majority of the time to reach the Titanic. It is unbelievable that they even got on this thing with all of the problems it had. This has got to be just straight up stupidity. I absolutely don't understand why they got on something that failed this amount of times to reach the Titanic. But they did. And they paid $250,000 apiece for their own death. I mean, when do common sense actually kick in? For real, when does common sense kick in for these people? Obviously, it didn't. I think the average person would have looked at how many dives this thing took, and if you would have seen that low amount, like 13, you would have had the good sense to know maybe I should not be taking this trip. Y'all, the moral of this story is no matter how much money a person have, they still don't have common sense. You know? So money did not give them good sense at all. Yeah, I saw the controller for it. Yes, it did look like a PS1 controller. It sure did. Mhm. Well, one of them said that they went down there, it might be that same James Cameron, and said it was very unstable when it was descending down because, you gotta go 2 miles down in order to get to the Titanic. So that's quite a distance, to get to some wreckage. I don't think I would have been confident going 2 miles down under the ocean just to look at some rusted out ship that was built way too big. I think it was too big. When I, read about it and I learned about the Titanic, I think they went overboard making that thing way too big and too heavy. Yeah. And this thing, if it failed that amount of times, it was very obvious. It just couldn't make those kind of deaths. But they took that chance and lost their life for real. I would never have taken that trip, but I guess it's not me, right? It's not me. And and there are a couple of off the record things I want to go over with y'all as well. Let's see. Okay. Now this one actually made me happy. I'll tell y'all what's going on. The GOP are saying they have no confidence in Ron DeSantis' campaign. In fact, his own fellow Republicans are calling his campaign weak. And they are certain, they're even saying the other alternatives other than Trump are even stronger than Ron DeSantis. And they are saying also that Trump would definitely beat Ron DeSantis. The man has no personality. I mean, before he was running, the times when I would hear him standing at a podium talking, he has no personality. This man is as dry as toast with no butter, for real. He is dry. He is boring. So I'm not surprised. I think it's safe to say he is never in a million years going to get the nominee for the Republican Party. I think even if Donald Trump is convicted, I think even with a conviction, Donald Trump will still beat Ron DeSantis. No doubt. He will still get slaughtered. So it looks like, just from the article, and a lot of them agree, that Ron DeSantis is probably not going to beat hardly anyone. Mm, mm, mm. Oh boy, it's sad, isn't it? It ain't that sad, y'all. It ain't that sad. Mm-mm. It's not sad at all. Not when it comes down to him. Okay, let's see here. No, I don't want that. Let's see if I can do it this way. Okay, let's see here. No, I don't want that one. I'll take this one. Okay, I don't know if any of you I'm going to take this off of, hold on one second. I'm going to do this another way. I don't know if any of you heard about this, but Beyonce's mother and her husband, their home was burglarized in LA. Now, these things happen, and to be honest with you, I believe celebrities are the easiest to steal from, because they're going to always be gone. And we know right now Beyonce is touring, and it's not unusual for her mother to be with her on tours. Well, they took $1 million in cash and jewelry. First of all, it's hard to believe she had $1 million in cash in her home. And it makes me wonder if people might have known. Is it somebody that might have known she had that cash? Because this looks way too targeted. Like they went in there and knew exactly what they were looking for. I I don't think I would keep, even if I was a wealthy person, I don't know if I would keep $1 million in cash in my home. I think that is a big risk, especially if you got a life on the go. Well, I mean, I'm sure they got cameras and all, but still, they weren't home. And whoever got that money, they made, you know how far they can get with $1 million? They can leave the country. They can leave the country and never be seen again. That's a lot of money. So, yeah, their home was burglarized. This actually came out today. I saw it earlier today. You know what? Lakeisha Bridges, I think, is an inside job too, because it's not like they took random things around the house. It looks like they went for the jewelry and the money. And whoever this person is, they knew exactly where it was. I'm just saying, they knew where it was. And you know how people talk. I don't know if she's the kind of person or a husband that brag about or may have spoken about what was there. You know, you can't trust people. You really shouldn't be telling your own family members if you got that amount of cash in your house. You shouldn't even be telling them. But yeah, well, it's not like she can't recover the money. I'm sure she'll be able to recover what's lost. You know, most rich people are insured and all of this stuff is insured. So, yeah, it could have been housekeepers. Yep. Or like I said, it could have been somebody that knew what was there. You know, I could see if it was just a bunch of random things around her. I'm sure it's a mansion that they took, but no, they just took jewelry and cash and then made their way out of there. Mm-mm-mm. So I guess you're not above crime happening to you just because you're Beyonce's mom, you know? All right. Mm, all right. You know, this next story, these are the kind of stories I hate. You know, and this is just further proof of how far back it goes in history of this country, of how much they have lied on Black men. A lot of the lynchings that took place in America were Black businessmen. And this lynching was a Black businessman. He had his own business, he was making good money, and a white mob of 150 men lynched him. This happened in 1898. His name was John Henry James. And so the prosecutor dismissed his indictment that he was charged with because he didn't do anything. Isn't this just like the exonerations that we see? You know, and if anything, this is further proof why reparations are deserved. Reparations are also deserved for all of the lynchings of innocent men, women, and children in this country. You know, and it's always over some white woman. It's always over some white woman. But the real reason was jealousy. And if they lynch you and get you out of the way, they now can steal your money, steal your home, steal your property, steal your livestock, steal your crops. They can now steal everything. You're dead. And that's exactly what they did to this man. So dismissing him from a crime that happened in 1898, what is this going to do? It's not like you gave compensation to his family. You just dismissed it. See, you know what it is? They'll do anything just as long as they don't have to really truly give anything. As long as they don't have to give nothing up, this remedial stuff right here, they'll be more than happy to do it. There's been countless Black women that were raped during that time, and not one living soul ever paid for it. It's just so many injustices. But, this is just a good reminder of another reason why reparations are definitely in order. You know why they lynched John Henry James? Because John Henry James is proof that we did not need them folks in order to survive. See, they've been telling that lie for centuries. But when you see a businessman like this get lynched and then you come back, uh, you know, uh, a long time after this, and then you claim, okay, well, he didn't do anything. He was innocent and he was lynched. This man didn't need them. He had his own money. He earned his own money. He didn't need them. And that's what it proved. Every single one that they killed that were businessmen prove they didn't need them folks. And they know it. But Black businessmen were heavily targeted back then and lynched. And they made all kinds of excuses and reasons up and fabrications, and these mobs just destroyed these men for no reason other than they were just jealous. More than likely, John Henry James had money they didn't have. Money and wealth they didn't have. Well, his name was John Henry James. Yeah, you're right. They could have at least put that in the headline, but you know, you know where we are. You know where we are, right? Mhm. Yeah, well, they're still trying to block us from being successful, but despite doing that, many of our people are still making it. How you doing, LVZ?
What's up, sis? What's up?
We just going over some of these stories. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, look, I just was. I said, "Damn it! Oh, it's 7. I got to get on. Let me call Lisa. Let me go to Lisa. I'm here now. I'm here, family.
All
I'm
right.
here for y'all."
Right. So I'm glad you're here. I don't know how much of it you've seen. Um, I can go back to a few of the articles if you like, so you can comment on them. But this is one that came out of Virginia where the
Yeah,
prosecutor dismissed an indictment of a man. He was a businessman and he got lynched and accused of a crime that he never committed. You know how they got to
never
always throw
committed.
that white woman up, right?
Yep.
So he got lynched and he's pretty much freeing him from what he was indicted for. I said, the hell with that. His family needs compensation.
I'm
That
saying,
was
I'm
wealth.
about to
You killed this businessman. That was wealth he could have passed down to his
say he
family.
could have, and that's why they killed him. We not stupid.
Right.
We not stupid. We know that back in the day, y'all, that they only did that shit because they was jealous of seeing black
Yeah.
men making more money than white men back then.
Amen. And that's
They was like, this
exactly it.
nigga came straight out of slavery. What the fuck is he doing with more money than us? We got to kill him.
Yep. Yep. And a mob of 150 white men came out to lynch him.
See, this is why people say the white supremacists are such cowards. What did you really need 150 people for one man to be lynched?
Hell no. In their case, they may. 150
Yeah,
men may
that's
be,
true.
the 150 men may have the strength of one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
So,
and look, look. If he don't got the strength of one, they need the 150 to catch the black man because they got
amen.
the slowness of molasses. We
Yes.
need 150. This nigger's fast.
All right. Let's start all over. I started with Polite. Now, Polite made a court appearance I don't know if you know this, LVZ, on Friday.
Oh yeah,
And
I
a lot
watched
of
it on your
people,
channel.
yeah, a lot of people were upset when they listened in. They were on another channel listening in, and
Mhm.
Polite, all he had to do was turn in his passport. But I said that was all on the recording that I played. If you would have listened to that
Mhm.
recording, you would have known his appearance would have been a brief one. He wasn't going to jail. He wasn't really going to do
Right,
nothing but make an appearance. They made him turn in his passport. Now he doesn't have to show up for another 60 days. That was on the recording.
right.
So I don't know why people were upset. Maybe they didn't get to listen to my recording, but I knew not much of anything was going to happen Friday.
Yeah, you said it. You said, look, this just procedures, but when he already know, he going to jail.
Yes, because they talked about a plea deal. If you go back and listen to the recording, the attorney, the judge, and prosecutor were talking about a plea deal. And they talked about him turning himself in, and there would be some incarceration. I
Right.
mean, let's be real. If he goes before a jury, you know how juries will convict a black man when it comes down to, that type of act that
SA.
he committed.
Yeah,
He
when
could
it
end
come to
up
SA,
in there 30, 40 years.
yeah. Think about Bill Cosby ain't never do nothing, y'all. And they got
Right.
him on the SA.
But this one really did.
Yes, he really did do the SA. So come on,
Mhm.
y'all. That look, he 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 just having a few minutes of a grace period out of jail. He's going to jail, y'all.
Yes.
Y'all
Yes.
don't bless y'all heart. Y'all don't get too disturbed. That Negro's going to jail.
Man, you know what? Out of everybody that posted on my live stream, I had only one trying to defend him. So I said, that says a lot right there. If I
Right.
got 300 posts and only one dude is out here trying to defend him, told me I need to shut up and I don't know what I'm talking about. First of all, it wasn't my words. It was the words of the judge, the prosecutor, and the defense attorney. So I don't know what
Right.
I got to shut up about. You heard the recording. I wasn't on the recording.
And second of all, you need to mind your business. No, nigga. He no nigga. That my sister don't need to mind her business. That nigga need to stop committing SA.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. All right. And nobody takes a plea deal and know they're going to be incarcerated if they know they didn't do anything. And you've been all over YouTube screaming you didn't do nothing, then why would you take the plea deal? Why wouldn't you
Because he
fight?
know because he did everything that they said he did, and then some.
Amen. Exactly. So I wasn't sweating that one person and I blocked their ass anyway. All right. LBZ, listen to this. There's more information that came out about that submersible for Ocean Gate. They said this thing took 90 dives. Listen, 90 dives. Out of 90 dives, it only made it to the Titanic 13 times.
So why would see?
Thank you.
Why would
Thank
you
you.
go? Why would you go in it?
And
Yo,
they paid $250,000 even after knowing this.
13 out of 90?
Yes, it only made it to the Titanic 13 times out of 90 dives.
That's not even 20%, Lisa.
No,
That's not even 20%.
my my thing is, these were billionaires. How the hell do you not use any damn common sense? Just looking at
Well,
that track record, you should have got your butt out of there.
but sis, tell the truth. I knew they was. I knew it wasn't shit for them when I looked at that ship shaped like a sperm. I'm
Yeah,
not. I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
not getting in nothing that look like a sperm.
right. I said that looked like something SpongeBob would get on. Look like something SpongeBob SquarePants would get on.
These niggas in the sperm ship with duct tape around it. They got electrical tape, waterproof tape, all that wrapped around and talk about we gonna be fine. We gonna go look for the Titanic.
I know, right? Thank you, T Key, for the super chat. You said shalom, everybody. Shalom to you too. I know. I said, boy, I think even a child would have had enough sense to say, nah, I ain't getting on that. Mm-mm.
He did. He begged his father not to get on. His father drowned him anyway.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Remember? He
These
did.
are people that were billionaires and millionaires. And it, like I said, it don't matter how much money they got, they still didn't have common sense.
I'm just saying, I'm not getting on no sub that's filled with, that they done put together with Flex Seal. Talking
Yes.
about, didn't you see the commercial? It's waterproof, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they said the way it imploded, it was an instant death for them. I mean, when I saw that, I was like, well, they had to be dumb to get on that damn thing. Man, please.
Right. What was you thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you wasn't. I'm going to save some money.
Mm-hmm. Now, look at this one, LVZ. Beyonce's mom, Tina, their mansion was burglarized and they took $1 million in cash. I was like, she had $1 million in cash in that mansion and all kinds of jewelry and everything. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think somebody knew that was there. And Beyonce is on tour right now, and it's not unusual for her mother to be there. So they know you weren't home. So, I mean, they made off with all this. This just came out today. And I was like, damn, you had that kind of cash in your mansion. I said, somebody had to know it was there. Because look, these are specific things, the money, the jewelry, and they got the hell up on out of there.
I know Beyonce got bread, sis, but she just had $1 million in cash just sitting around like we got quarters sitting on the dresser.
Like, well, where did she keep this money where they were able to get to it like that? And she either told somebody or, somebody said it could have been a housekeeper that worked for her and knew it was there. I said, yeah, exactly. I said, there's all kinds of possibilities, yes. But I'm like, you kept that kind of money. Even if I was wealthy, I don't know if I would keep that kind of money in my house.
I hope Tina knows
ain't right. KD, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? What's up,
Royal? What's up, ain't on here. It's just me and LVZ right now, and you just joined.
I know I don't sound like True Royal.
I didn't even say her name. I'm like, how y'all doing though?
We good, bro. We good. We looking at Beyonce mother with that Beyonce mother got a 19-year-old wig on her head. She's 68. I'm wondering if she done tried to get her groove back and her young boyfriend done stole from her.
I know, right? He probably said, yeah, you go on that tour with Beyonce. I'll see you when you get back. I'll see you when you get back. Yeah. Well, I can't wait for you to come back. I miss you already. Yeah, bye.
Yeah, baby. Go on, baby. No, shit. He just look. She came over, kicked it with her. They did their due. Then he said, "Hey, baby, won't you go into the store and pick me up a few things?" Meanwhile, he was hitting the house up. She came back. He was gone.
Yeah, LVZ, he was climbing out the window of his own house with all that money.
This nigga had look, Lisa. with $1 million in cash and one of Jay-Z necklaces in his pocket.
I said, that's probably the bling they took. It was probably one of them old thick gold necklaces that Beyonce got from Jay-Z. And she gave, here, Mom,
Yeah.
why don't you take this? Why don't you take this necklace? Oh, man. And her husband
We
said,
gotta go.
yeah, I'll see you when you get back. And he got that money and climbed out the window of his own house and ran.
He is gone. Go around the neighborhood, go to the closest hood to where they live. It's gonna be an 8-year-old walking around with a Rockefeller chain on. That's who have a Rockefeller chain on.
I mean, she got burglarized. You would think there was all kinds of cameras around, you know, where she usually rich people, they got like a damn surveillance system at their house. They usually got the place wired on the outside and inside where it got cameras.
Listen to Lisa, y'all.
Well, some damn pawn shop about to get broke off. They about to break somebody off with that damn chain running around.
I don't know what them pawn shops out in I don't know what those pawn shops out in LA pay. I would imagine California, they probably pay more than the ones out here where I am.
Yep. This is what I'm saying. They better listen to you, Lisa, because that's real talk. Damn, Beyonce got her head hit, y'all. Ain't nobody is safe right now. Inflation is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Inflation is a motherfucker. Niggas stole Jay-Z necklaces.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And $1 million from Beyonce. Times is hard, my nigga.
All right, y'all. All right, we gonna talk about Britney Spears slamming her own self in the face. And you know what's funny about y'all? She hit her own self in the face and filed a police report.
And then filed a police report.
Investigate.
Hey, you gonna call the police for punching yourself? I hit myself in the chin.
We talked about this.
I did it.
We talked about this. I was over on Tareen's channel. We did a collaboration on Saturday. And we spoke about this then. I said, see, that was one of them dumb blonde moves. She hit her own self in the face and then filed a police report. I was like, how the hell do you file a police report on yourself?
And then, I know this bitch a dope head, but you can't be a retarded dope head, y'all. Y'all, come on, man. Michael Irvin. Didn't we just see Michael Irvin going through some shit?
LBZ. Yes, she can. Yes, she can. That's bullshit right there, man.
Listen. KD, didn't we just see Michael Irvin go through some shit? And what was the first thing that ended up happening? What his lawyer go do? Got them tapes and it got them off. You stupid bitch, you in a hotel. Just like she was. They see everything.
Right. And
so you sitting up here trying to make up a story.
Right. And the thing is, Britney herself is a celebrity. You know you can't just approach somebody like that. They gonna have bodyguards around them. She should know that. So I don't know what she called herself doing. Of course he was gonna slap her hand back when she reached out to touch this ball player. You ain't supposed to be doing that.
She a white woman, though. She feel like she entitled to walk up on black men and touch her.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, that bodyguard did his job. He did his job. He did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Did you hear what one of the top bodyguards in Hollywood said?
No.
He said, I don't know what the fuck wrong with Britney Spears. She lunching. Because if we was guarding her, and a motherfucker walked up and tried to touch her, he's going to lose a finger.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what he said. He said she's very well aware that if a random person walks up behind her trying to touch her, that motherfucker gonna lose a finger or worse.
Yeah.
That's just what he said.
Well, I got this next story took me out. I'm going to put this up on the screen because it's kind of like a two-part thing. Let me get
Yeah.
this. All right, let me put it up on the screen. Now, we heard reports, at least I did. Let me take these out. We heard reports about Madonna having a bacterial infection. And then all of a sudden, the report changed to something else. All right. Yeah.
She had a bacterial effect.
Yeah.
Madonna?
See, here it is. Madonna, and they said it was serious, and she was in there for days, and she was real sick and was throwing up, and they just played this thing all out in the media about Madonna having a serious bacterial infection. And they just, oh, yeah, she was in ICU. Madonna has an it was a real bad infection. She was sick. She was vomiting. She couldn't hold food down. Oh, and they went on, right? And then let me show you what happened. Because them folks ain't gonna tell the truth about nothing until they're backed up against the wall and they have no choice but to tell that truth. Here's what came out days later. Madonna had to be hit with Narcan multiple times before they were able to bring her back.
Oh,
okay, look, bacterial and you don't need no Narcan for no bacterial infection.
You don't.
Madonna's a junkie.
You don't.
And that right there explains her erratic behavior every time she's online.
Yep. An old ass junkie.
Yeah. They said they had to hit her with Narcan several times before they were able to bring her back.
This is crazy, Lisa. Mm-hmm. This is crazy. So,
yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what that means, right? Let me hook y'all. I gotta hook y'all up for a minute. I gotta hook y'all up.
Okay.
Lisa.
Yes.
I'm gonna hook them up for a minute. Let me see if I can hook them up. Let me see if I can do that for y'all. Cause that means, here we go. Hold on. Madonna. Ha! Hello, Madonna. It's been a long time coming. Blessed be the opioid, for I know that you partake. Sky Daddy is blessed, for the opioid is good. Hark, Madonna. Hark. That's what the damn headline should have said. Madonna off that hark. That's what it should have said.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And I said, they cracked me up. The media in this country is a trip. They tried to act like all she had was a bacterial infection and she got sick and had to go to ICU. And then, okay, so you had to hit her butt up multiple times with the Narcan? Nah, that was the real reason why she was in ICU.
That bitch was tired.
She's a junkie. She gotta be one. And now that I think about the way she behaves in front of the camera and everything, she looks like a junkie.
And look how skinny she look. Don't she look like every heroin addict in Baltimore, white heroin addict in Baltimore that think they still got it?
Yep. Yes, she do. Yes, she do.
She just got enough money to keep her teeth, y'all. That's the only difference between Madonna and every white heroin addict lady walk around your city.
Uh-huh. That is the truth. All right. So now I want to show you this one because this is one that I was kind of glad to see. Y'all remember the black farmers out on El Paso that was going through all that hell? Well, they had charges on them. They dropped the charges, which I knew they were going to drop the charges. They didn't have nothing on there. And one of their workers, they were killed and they got a
Yeah,
murder suspect for that killing. So
they
they're
finally
calling it
got
a
one.
small, yeah, they're calling it a small victory. It's not a victory until they get all the people that harass these folks. That's how I see it.
Right. Because what about the money for the dead cattle and shit like
Right.
that y'all do?
Exactly.
No, this nah,
Mm-hmm.
Because they was killing them people livestock and shit.
Yes, they were.
All
Killed
of that
the
up there in
dog.
Colorado.
They
And
had
remember,
dogs.
y'all,
Yeah,
it
they
was
did.
all
They had
Hispanics.
dogs and cat. They had cattle. They had lamb and everything, and they killed them people's livestock.
They killed them people livestock.
Mm-hmm.
Chickens, lambs, a dog,
Yeah.
cows.
Mm-hmm. Actually, they got
And
two
remember,
dogs. LVZ, two of their dogs.
see, now look, now Michael Vick, they still try to throw him in jail. These white Hispanics out here in Colorado running these black people off with the help of the white Hispanic police department. And I
Mm-hmm.
keep saying that because I want people to remember this. They're not being. They are a victim of white supremacy, but it ain't Anglo whites that's doing that.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, look, they're still there. They're still living on the same ranch. And they got more workers than they had before. They said they beefed up all the security and surveillance on the property, but they're still in the same location. As long as they're there, it's always going to be something going on.
Yep, yep. They look. Them people need to make sure they keep their guns, keep them lights on, and
Yeah,
don't trust nobody. They can't even trust the police. Them motherfuckers
exactly.
try to set them up, keep
Mhm.
cameras on, everything.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, and it was social media that blew this story up. Because but prior to that, nothing about this was coming out of the news from Colorado. It was us that really gave it the exposure and talked about it and elevated the story. All right. KD, you want to say anything?
I mean, but LVZ's point, like, why did they trust these damn cops after they let their livestock get ransacked like that? Why
They
should they?
never trusted the cops, though. Actually, KD, they were trying to sue the sheriff's department out there because they weren't doing their jobs. They were trying to sue them. And that's when the couple got charged. That was really retaliation. Those charges that they
Yeah,
put on them.
yeah. It
Yeah,
sounds
Kay,
about
that's why
white.
I say.
Sounds about white.
Right. That's why I say, Kay, they better record everything around there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thaddeus Peterson, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was a recent story because I watch out for that story on them, just to try to keep up with what's going on. All right. KD and LVZ. Y'all know about all that smoke coming out of Canada from those fires, over 500 fires going on up in Canada. Well, they're telling us to brace for a smoky week this week because more smoke is not only coming here, but it's coming out there where you are too. KD, Detroit, they're saying to brace ourselves. It's going to be a pretty significant influx of smoke coming this week.
Oh,
Now,
Lisa, we've been dealing with this ever since late June, actually. Because when the story started coming out, we started getting a bunch of bad air. So
yeah, you know
that's
what?
when it really began for us.
KD, did you ever read about what's in the smoke particles?
Um, I heard rumors of COVID coming back from over there, but I'm not sure.
No, they said these air particles are dangerous. They got chemicals in it. It's got dust, dirt, acid. And I was like, acid? Yeah, it's the air particles got acid. And they're also warning people that have respiratory issues or heart issues that this can be a tough week for them.
Yeah, we've been
Right.
having a bad air like since late June. So like this is really extension of what's already happening. So
Right. And this one they said is going to be bad. And yes, Israelite wife, Desiree, thank you. Yeah, and you got the Sahara Desert dust blowing into Florida. And this is all happening this week. So, everybody be careful out there and watch over your loved ones that have respiratory issues, asthma, or if they're on any type of assistance for oxygen or they got heart problems, watch over your family.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yes, it is. And you would think they would have gotten the fires under control. From what I'm reading, they are nowhere near and getting the fire under control. They're nowhere near it.
And tell me this. Shouldn't I be able to see the damn fire if I can get all this goddamn smoke? I should be able to see the light from the fire at night at least. This is bullshit.
Well, I tell you what, LVZ, when we first got hit with it in June, when I walked outside, it smelled like it was literally burning around me. I could smell the burn in the air. It was that strong.
Look, and Lisa, you in New Jersey. I'm here in Maryland. That shit was so thick, I got scared because it was the sonic boom a day before. And then all of a sudden it was cloudy. People still in DC still don't believe it got nothing to do with Canada. We still think it got something to do with a sonic boom that hit us. And then 2 days later, we were engulfed in smoke for 3 days.
Yeah, we were too. I mean, we're right above you.
Yeah, I know. I saw your video.
Yeah, it was thick for a couple of days. And then we
it came one day last week.
Yeah, we got hit with it again last week for about 2 days. Yep. And then it dissipated. Now, they're saying this next round is supposed to be worse. That's what they're saying.
So is it that they don't have water to put the fire out? What is going on?
Well, back in June, they had 460 something fires. And that has expanded to over 500 fires. And they're already saying they're not going to be able to put this thing out until at least September. There's a lot of people that are saying they probably won't be able to put them all out until the end of this year.
My thing is this. What kind of firefighters are you? You started with 400. Y'all start working on it. And we got 500?
500.
Things that make it go,
500. Yes. All right. Skip Bayless. He can't get a living soul to save his mama's life to work with him. So this week he was, because Charles Barkley was criticizing him, he invited Charles Barkley to permanently come on Undisputed, even offered to pay Charles Barkley's salary if he would move from TNT to FS1. But Skip they can't find a replacement for Skip. I said that right there just go to show you how unlikable it is. And there's a lot of people that feel now that Shannon Sharp has left, it pretty much cancels Undisputed.
It did.
Real talk. They need to nix that show. They need to nix it right now because all they're gonna do is further embarrass themselves with this clown, Skip Bayless.
But KD, it ain't been on since Shannon left. It's kind of already nixed.
now LVZ, they said they're coming back in August.
I
They
bet you
said
that
they
moved to
are coming
September.
back in August, and to be honest with you, I don't think Skip is going to find anybody to work with him even by August.
That's why I kept saying they need to nix it officially. Just nix it all together. He ain't gonna find nobody.
But you know what? It just goes to show you how nobody in the entire sport industry want to be near Skip Bayless.
I do
Oh, I
I
know
do
you'll
it.
do it. I know you'll do
Oh,
it,
I do it.
LVZ.
Yeah, I do it. I get fired after the first week. Only I get fired. I say, Skip, you're ballpark eating peckerwood. This is the problem most of the people at home have with you. You say foolish things like this. You have no merit, no skill. I'll take your old ass on the court and cook you right now. That's what I
Hmm.
tell.
Hmm. And they have nobody in mind but Charles Barkley. And you know what? Charles Barkley just signed a big fat contract over there on TNT where he is. He ain't leaving. He ain't gonna leave. Come on. He ain't leaving.
Hell no, he loved Master Ernie. Let me tell you something, Master Ernie. I love you. I will never leave you for that Skip Bayless. He's an idiot. He's a fool. And I don't like him. I just beat him up. But you, Master Ernie, I love you.
Hmm. And they said Charles Barkley's contract is a multi-million-dollar contract for 10 years. He's not going to walk away from that to be sitting in front of Skip Bayless. He's not going to do that.
Skip
Even
Bayless'
even
name
old
in the
Charles Barkley,
media.
yeah, even old
Skip
coconut
Bayless'
head
name in the
Charles
media.
Barkley got better sense than that. Go ahead, KD.
Yeah, Skip Bayless' name in the media is straight up poison. Don't nobody want to go near it right now. They treat him. They treat his name like a bacteria virus.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah, yeah,
He done
yeah.
burned too
He's
many
toxic.
bridges with black men. You look, let this be a lesson to all you white sports person. Now let me let y'all see my face on this. All you white sports personalities out here with no talent who shit on black men for a paycheck, understand your day has come now. Now, black men have realized, man, we can talk about each other. We don't need you. And because we're pros, it's more in-depth analysis and it's a lot less hypocrisy and hate. So you white folks had better start kissing ass now. Because pretty soon, your job's going to be obsolete.
Hmm. And not to mention the fact that it seems like when the black men are on these sports shows, they pretty much make the show. I'm just saying, they make the show. They would have been better off ditching. They would have been better off ditching Skip Bayless and keeping Shannon at this point.
Basically, basically, look, you can get a white supremacist to talk bad about LeBron James and every other black athlete anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't get a lot of, you don't chase off Shannon Sharp because it ain't a lot of. You know what's messed up? Even though he buck danced a few times, Jalen Rose can't do the job
Mm-hmm.
because he alienated Jalen Rose from First Take
Yeah.
because Jalen Rose called him out a long time ago. So he does not, I mean, does not have a chance.
No, he doesn't. Yeah. No, he don't. No, he don't. And Skip is just not interesting enough to carry that show off on his own. Can't do it. He can't do it.
No.
It'll be off the air. It'll be off the air before the week is out.
His name, I keep telling you, Lisa, his name in the media is straight up poison. Don't nobody want to go near that. Because if they
Yes,
go
he
near
is.
him, they go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. All right, y'all. I did this story, but I want to hear from KD and LVZ on this one. There was a white female principal that would not give diplomas to students that when they came up on the stage, they danced a little. So she
Yeah.
wouldn't give them their diplomas, or the family made some noise in the crowd. And because of that, she penalized the student and would not give them their diploma.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, they replaced her, but still, you'd have messed up that moment for these students. They can't get that
Yeah,
back.
yeah, forever.
And
What you
these were,
gonna
yes,
my
these
bad.
were all black students, by the way. These were all black students that this happened to. And the
Crazy.
principal stopped them from graduating over some petty mess. And the superintendent came out and apologized on the behalf of the school and said it should never have happened. They did get their diplomas, but the damage is done. The damage is done. So they did
See?
replace her with another principal. I think
But
the
see,
principal that they replaced her with is a sister.
yeah, and I hope she don't get up there buck dancing like that sister was doing up there in Louisiana, where she was having the police grab the damn kids for
Yeah,
dancing.
yeah, I saw that. I mean, look, they
Now,
made it and graduated, they're, from high school. Of course they're going to be happy. Of course they're going to react and feel a certain way. But I mean, and then I even had someone come in my comment section said, well, they shouldn't have danced. They should have just got their diploma and walked off. So what? So what? They danced a little and jumped up and down and they were excited. So what? Who was that hurting? Who was
You mean to
harmed by
tell me?
that?
So you mean to tell me after 4 years of sitting in them damn seats in front of a Becky, which is already hard to do, and they want to come outside to do a little dance, and so punk ass, soft ass Becky want to sit there and get in her feelings and take away their diploma
Yes.
because they want to dance?
And embarrassed them when she did it too, Katie. You know what she did? She had the diploma in her hand. The student danced a little and showed some excitement. She took the diploma out of her hand and dropped it in the basket and wouldn't give it to the student and did it in front of the whole crowd.
Oh, what a sensitive bitch. What a sensitive bitch.
right.
She's
Like
lucky.
as
She was lucky she was in those, did this to young girls. I could think of some grown women that would have handled her butt up on that stage.
I would enjoy to get her ass whooped personally, but I guess that's taking it too far, I guess.
But these kids were embarrassed and humiliated in front of the crowd when she refused to put their diploma in their hand. I just think it was outrageous. And the person that came in my comment section that made that comment, you can go to hell. Okay.
Sure.
There is no way a student showing a little excitement on the stage is hurting anybody.
After sitting in a seat listening to Becky for 4 years, it's already tough to do.
Well, it's even more than that, KD. They went through K through 12. So why can't they just get their diploma? And what's wrong with them showing excitement? That's an achievement to graduate from high school. That's an achievement. I don't know. I guess Becky is heartless and wants you to act heartless too.
She a straight bitch to me.
Nah, she look, she pissed off that these kids accomplished something. And the nerve of these, like Ashley said in the comments, the nerve of these little nigglets to celebrate their achievement. I mean, the audacity of these children. I mean, what next? People will spike the football when they score a touchdown.
Right.
Oh, that's right. They do that. I mean, people, come on.
They accomplished something, all right. They sat next to Becky ass for 4 years. That's an accomplishment within itself.
Exactly. I mean, think about everyday little achievements. These Peckerwoods. Oh yeah, woo, yeah, woo. And you be like, motherfucker, what you do that for? Hey, they got wheat bread today. Oh, yeah. Hold on, motherfucker.
But you
You
know what,
shouldn't be able to get your wheat bread.
right, but LVZ, I've seen white students get their college degrees and diploma, and even they're jumping up and down and excited.
You know
I've
what I
seen them
seen
do
white
it.
people?
It's
I
always
seen them.
different. It's always a different reaction when we do it.
And you know what else I seen them do? Get rid of the whole next graduating class and themselves. And it don't be no police stopping them from dancing at the graduation.
Right. Exactly. You know, I've
One
seen
of their
that.
classmates.
I've seen them hug each other up on the stage. I've seen all of that. And I see no big reaction over that. But as soon as our children do something, then all of a sudden it's some issue.
Right.
It's some big
Our
issue
kids ain't
here.
going to school eliminating the whole class of 2035. That's
Right.
y'all kids that's going to school. It won't be no class of 2035 graduating. Why not? It was a mass.
Mm-hmm. Um, Sean Page, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. No, but you know, it's petty. And you know, anytime the superintendent came out the very next day, it said he contacted each one of the family, about 4 kids, 4 girls, because that was Girls High over there in Philly. And one of my cousins used to go there, so I'm very familiar with that school. And these 4 girls didn't get their diploma because one girl went up and her family, what they did was they raised their fist in the air in the audience, and she wouldn't give her her diploma over that. I said, well, they didn't make no noise.
They still graduate though. I mean, they being petty because you didn't stop them from graduating. You still gotta give them their diploma.
Right.
They
Right.
you can't say, oh, they didn't achieve. How you gonna say somebody who had a 2.7 to 3.0 average, oh, he put his fist up, he don't get he didn't graduate. That's bullshit.
Ain't it though?
That's not what them
Petty.
grades said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't do no
Exactly.
goofy shit like that.
Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry, I gotta show y'all Clarence Thomas. I mean, I know how we
Yeah,
all
let me
feel
see.
about him. Okay,
I should
so
smack him in this motherfucking 12 head.
you know, unfortunately, I said Clarence Thomas and his wife Virginia is by far one of the ugliest interracial couples in America. Okay.
Mhm.
So anyway, this is affirmative action, and they did this poll. And come to find out, of which I already knew, it was no revelation for me. Most Black people didn't even give a damn that affirmative action was going away. You know why? Because we didn't benefit from it anyway. White women did. White women were the biggest beneficiaries of affirmative action.
Yeah.
So most of the people, when they did the survey in our community, said they didn't even care that it was going away.
Right. And no, he looked like RoboCop, DSB. He looked like he looked like a coon ass RoboCop with that hairstyle, with the mask on. But yeah, ain't nobody tripping. Affirmative action. I'm 87 years old. I ain't getting into college now. I ain't worried about this shit. And then furthermore, affirmative action, they was arguing it about Ivy League kids. It
Yes,
ain't that many Black Ivy League students anyway. And the ones that got in there, they got in either because their parents got money or they're really, 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 really
exactly.
smart.
And
So
the
that's
college
never
cheat,
gonna stop.
exactly. And the college cheating scandals show you even the richest kid is still dumb and can't even get in there on their
So
own.
I'm supposed to jump up and down for a fight between Becky and fucking Ling Ling. I'm supposed to be excited over that shit? Over the two groups that benefited the most out of this bullshit? Hell no.
Yeah. So me, I'm not fazed by it because it didn't benefit us. So why should I
It
care?
something that Becky and Ling Ling recently benefited from. Man, get the bleep out of here.
War Yaz, thank you so much for the super chat. Lisa, do you have a Cash App? Yes, I just put it in the comment section. I mean the chat, if you look down. Yes, I do have a Cash App. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I mean, I don't want to waste a lot of time on this topic because I mean, it's one thing if we really gained a lot from it, we really didn't. We really
Right.
didn't.
Yeah, it ain't like they took something. They was doing it to the bare minimum anyway. The only
Yeah.
thing that's scaring, the reason why you hearing it on TV, because it's scaring a lot of the bootlicks who work in corporations, because they worried the equal opportunity employment coming next. And when that happens, that's when the shit gonna hit the fan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. So, the only one I was going to talk about was the Philadelphia mass shooting, where that transgender guy did the mass shooting over there, I think on the 4th of July.
Yeah, another
And,
moist guy.
yeah, and even his roommate said they steered clear of him because he was so strange.
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, it wasn't really, too much going on around the holiday. I don't even celebrate the holiday. I don't care about these folks and their holidays.
Exactly. I mean, they keep talking about. Now, this is the funny thing. White folks, stop putting all over TV talk about there was mass shootings in the black community. Look, you guys are so violent. Hey, look, yeah, it was a mass shooting. It was even one here in Brooklyn, here in Baltimore.
Mhm.
And 20 people got shot, 2 people
Yeah,
got
I
killed.
saw
That was
that.
horrible. Yeah, that was horrible. But the police flew over the block party twice. The police was called to the block party twice and they never came.
Uh-huh.
So it was like they let that happen. So, and people
Right.
was telling them, hey, I think people got guns over here. Y'all need to come. That's all. That's a scandal on the news right now.
Mhm.
That is a scandal on the local news. So I'm laughing. I'm looking at this and I'm listening to these white people talk about something. There's so many mass shootings in the black community. The only problem is, even with all the mass shootings, okay, Philadelphia, Baltimore, y'all gonna say Chicago. We still ain't caught y'all in one day. The
Yeah.
whole weekend, 3 states. Look, it was 2 people in Baltimore. How many was it in Philadelphia?
Oh, it was like 20 something.
It was 20 in Philly.
Yeah.
Did he kill?
No, it wasn't that many killed, but that was how many that
Yeah,
got shot. Yeah.
yeah, like 20 people get shot. No, when these white folks do, they shoot to kill. That kills me. They have not just people shot, it be 56 shot, 37 dead.
Yeah. Now I want to address this one. Christopher Clipper said 4 directors of diversity were fired. Yeah, but those women, because I saw them, they were all black women. They didn't, some of them didn't even work for a college. So the way I see it, those were just companies that were looking to get rid of them for any reason. Now, what the affirmative action was about colleges, college admission. And those women did not all work for colleges, but they were let go. Those companies were just
Yeah.
looking to get rid of them. How you doing, True Royal?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I finally made it. Excuse me.
Oh, you got the pimp hat. You got the pimp hat over there.
That's what I love. That pimp hat, true, bro.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
all righty.
Yeah. We just went over some of the stories and I
Mhm.
just got finished. You
Yeah, I
want to
know.
say anything? Yeah, because
Yeah,
I know, look, I get emails asking about where you are, what happened to you. So, hey, you can now address everybody.
um, what happened to me, I choose to keep that to myself at this point because
Amen.
I'm still dealing with a lot. Lisa and KD knows I ain't said anything that LVZ. Thank y'all for your prayers for my granddaughter Nadia. She feels much better today. My grandbaby was really, really sick the other night, and I had her here with me, and I hadn't dealt with a sick child in years, and it drained me to see a baby so sick and hollering out to me. And she's much, much better. So thank y'all for your prayers. The only thing I wanted to add, because I know pretty much what y'all had covered, was that I've been paying real close attention to this affirmative action saga in a dying system. And the one thing that I noticed was that, and I just pinpoint after the 4th, the different videos and just whatever I listen to or whatever I research, it's like a mass hangover throughout the United States, because now people are thinking how this can be affected all through all aspects. And so the thing that really stood out that I heard just yesterday is that the Asian community now is demanding in unquote corporate America that they are entitled to certain positions and they're not getting these promotions. And so I said, so I said to myself, so you're gonna blame a black person for that they took your position? That that and so you're gonna, never put it this way, whine, because that's something that I heard them say before about the black community whining. And
or they'll say that we're not eligible to Queen.
Yeah, we're not eligible. And and what I like about this is it has fully opened Pandora's box. Because trust and believe, even though you may not see it in the media, bloggers run across a lot of stuff. This college scandal stuff has imploded on them more than you would ever know. And like I told KD the other day, to remind him, when we were talking behind the scenes, it's a cost messing with us. And I usually use the word royalty. We know what your agenda is. Your master plan didn't work. We're still existing. And I thank Moab for doing what you are doing, because one thing, when it comes to the royal family, I don't care what you put in front of us, we will meet those standards and supersede those standards. We never even needed that shit, unquote, affirmative action. But you keep going ahead and demanding and doing those things that you feel like you are entitled to. The best thing that black folks can do is stop patronizing them. Let them feel it on all aspects. But and there's one more thing that these groups are concerned about, real concern about. The main concern, the number one concern that they have is they don't want to end up in the unquote position that they see us in. They afraid that they're going to get a continuous nigger moment. They don't want to have that. And then on top of that, they think that they're going to be the unquote honorary white folks that's going to rule and reign on us. It's not going to happen. We will fight you in the fucking streets first if you think that you're going that we got to bow and scrape and do this we shall overcome shit. That shit is over.
Now, the thing is, a lot of people are mad that the Asians are using lawsuits whenever they don't get what they want. And they're not going to they want big jobs and be the boss. Asians are not going to be no bosses on these jobs. Very few of them. Let me tell you something. These white supremacists, they don't like their asses that much. They don't want to be bossed around by no Asian. So it doesn't matter how they turn on us. At the end of the day, their fight is going to be with that white supremacist.
Right. And don't be fooled by that lawsuit shit. Because that lawsuit shit, Lisa, we all know as black people, that's just what a white person behind them allowed them to do.
Right.
Understand that. The only reason they got to do that lawsuit is because a white man wanted to do it. He knew it would have looked messed up him doing it, so he got them to do it.
Exactly.
Outside of that, This had nothing. They could care less about them.
They
What
don't
they
care
don't
about
know
them
is
at all. They don't care about
right.
them at all, LBZ. They don't care about their asses at all, and they gonna learn.
That's what I'm
And
about to say.
right
But
after,
Lisa,
yeah, go
they
ahead.
get ready. I about to say they get ready to learn how smooth white people are. Now you think they did that law for you? Oh, they did. Cause now they're gonna start counting you as a minority, and you gonna start getting into less colleges too.
Right.
Mhm.
That's already happening in California. And on top of what you just said, after that ruling came out, if you go and look, quite a few Asians got fired from their jobs.
Sure did.
They already
Mhm.
trying to phase them out and get rid of them. They're
Yeah,
already doing it.
they sick of them because when they was sitting up here worried about these Asians, worried about a handful of black folks going to college, and then they discovered this big college scandal. How Esau is looking at this, you affecting their progress. You put the energy on you, and like LVZ said, they using your ass because they don't want to get the backlash of always doing what they doing to us. So you gonna be up they damn wind up doll, and then they see what they ain't paying attention to. They don't even get along with themselves. They said that Esau would eat his own. So who do you think you are, and who do you think you hurting? That's why I was saying it's like a big
They
hangover
hurt
right
us.
now. It's like a big hangover now because now you got white women out here screaming, "Oh, the white man gonna take my job," and they just like, "Oh, this can happen. Oh, that can happen," and stuff, and they gonna go right back to the source. Say, "You
Right.
go,
And the
you
thing
go."
is, they never liked the Asian. And the thing is, just look, they never liked the Asian. Why do you think they open up shop in the black neighborhood and not in the white neighborhood? Because the white folks don't want them there.
Amen.
They don't want them
You
there.
don't
They
see.
never like them around. They don't want to be around them Asians. But see, they're getting fired from these jobs. And the funny part is LVZ at KD and True Royal, they're giving these Asians the same BS reasons they would give black folk. If you go and look at, oh,
Yeah.
we got to let you go. Things just ain't working out. We're going,
Well,
they're using that same excuse that they used on us for many, many decades. They are now using on them Asians.
oh, I be going. Hey, some of these jobs they say that they lazy. A lot.
Mhm.
Oh, oh, huh? Yeah, they lazy, man.
Mhm.
What?
And to them,
Damn.
and to them linglings that got fired, I say hell yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, they're
Look.
upset. Some of the ones are talking about they gonna sue and this and that. I said that ain't gonna do you no good. Them people ain't gonna embrace you no more. Ever since they took this to the Supreme Court, they are not gonna be embraced in this country anymore.
Mhm.
They
And
may
let
You
me
know,
say
what they
something.
start getting the black treatment.
you know what they did? I want to say this real quick. It's like
Go.
it's like sitting there playing cards, and you keeping your cards real tight to your chest, but you got impulse issues and you just couldn't control your damn self, and you exposed your damn self. Now we know that you're watching everybody real close and stuff. And on top of that, which my daughter taught me when she was in the 5th grade, how y'all ass cheat. And your suicide rate is the highest on the planet, where
Mhm.
y'all go to school damn near 7 days a week. And if you bring a B+ home, your parents beat your ass because it ain't enough. Ain't enough. It don't take nobody to go to school 7 days a week, study 12 hours a day. You don't have balance in your life at the end of the day.
And then you grow up and work in a sweatshop making Nikes for 6 hours a day for 86 cents a day. God
Well, one thing you know
damn.
how they cheat because when I went to college, what they do is the Asians all sit together, the East Indians all sit together, and then they might have one that's halfway smart in the group, and then everybody in the group copies off of that one person.
Mhm.
I've seen it. I know how they do it.
They
I've
don't
seen
even
it
hide
with
when
my
they
own
do
two
it.
eyes. I know exactly how they do it.
Well, you know what, Lisa, my daughter was telling me when she was in the 5th grade, she was in a bilingual class, and that woman would, when it was time for testing, would purposely leave the room, and it was a trigger, and she would make sure she came back late enough where they knew what to do. But my daughter said, "Oh no, the teacher, she's in on it." You know, you got a 5th grader telling you is she in on it. But then when it comes, we know this for a fact. Now, 2 of my children have finished.
I'll tell you the main reason why they get away with it. They get away with it because of money. Asians, and you can look this up, Asians will pay extra money to a school. And because they do that, so they'll pay for the program their child's in plus some extra money. That is the big reason why they will look the other way and allow them to cheat.
Yeah, remember that?
Stories about them, even the universities and colleges, they come from, you know, a lot of them will come from rich families or well-to-do families, and they got that little extra chunk of money that they will give to them, and that's why they look the other way. It's all about the money at the end of the day.
Yeah, it sure
Right.
is. It sure
That
is.
hairdresser money, auntie.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we gotta stop going to them stores. They cheating. Remember that story Lisa and True Roy was doing, chat? Remember, family? They did that story about the actress and the actresses that were cheating to get their kids through college. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, we wore their ass out.
Oh,
still going
on.
on.
Remember, but the funny part was I just found out that it was an Asian family involved in that same case, and they had spent way more money than both of them combined.
Yeah, but there were a couple of Asians, LVZ. It was a couple of Asian families involved in that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and they were involved in the college cheating scandal were whites and Asians.
Yeah, and hands down, LBZ. There was one. I know who you're talking about because I had they had talked about this girl the other day. This one Asian family spent over $6 million. And I'm thinking this, okay, if you got $6 million to spend on your child, you might as well just give them the damn money. They don't need the damn degree.
Right.
That's how dumb a motherfucker is.
It also proves that even they're not eligible to get in these colleges. If you can't get in there fair and square and you got to do all this cheating and paying money under the table, then your kid, I don't care how Asian or white they are, they weren't even eligible to get in that college in the first place.
Yeah,
we know this.
I don't care if they,
we know this.
I was going to say real quick, True Roy. I don't care if they smell like mayonnaise or soy sauce. They dumb ass don't belong in there. Now go ahead.
What I was gonna say about our royal babies that are in college or getting ready to go to college is, and I've experienced it because 2 of my children have finished college. I know that they studied and I know that they worked damn hard, and we know that y'all watching us. We're not stupid. We know when we step in a store, you're breathing down our fucking necks and stuff. And you're not going to find a case where a black person didn't spend that type of money. We ain't spending $6 million on Ray to finish, to get through college. We keeping that money. And, but Esau is real pissed with you. Now you're going to make demands that you're supposed to get certain positions, in corporate America. And I said, so my thing is, so did a black person take that from you too? What else you gonna accuse us of?
Let me tell you something. These white supremacists are not going to be bossed around by Asians. They ain't going to get these big positions like you think. They ain't going to let them get positions. They ain't going to take no orders from no Asian. They're not.
Not only is they not going to get the positions, Lisa, we ain't talk about this. Just like what they did to our family in Oklahoma. Some racist judge, you're not even going to get a lawsuit. They're going to be like, man, if you don't get the fuck out of my courtroom, we ain't giving you nothing, son. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, see, they didn't put themselves in a position now where people gonna be leery of them. Are they a plant? Are they a spy? What are you really here for? You know, when they walk past, everybody gonna get real quiet and they gonna be feeling that. But you put yourself in that position. You didn't think it through. You know, see, it's a cost messing with us. We don't go around messing with people. We mess with each other and stuff. And you worried about the one damn penny that we got in our damn pocket. and stuff. And we too busy trying to dodge bullets and shit like that. And now you messing with us in these schools and we're so unrealistic. You only gonna see a handful of black folks in it. They want to have this world where it, Esau wanted to look lily white. Now they want it to look lily yellow, and you think you're gonna dictate, but no, you have a fear. You have a fear of getting that nigga a continuous around the clock nigga moment. That's your fear. And then don't come to us asking us to come do that we shall overcome shit when y'all out there marching and protesting. We're not helping your ass. You're on your own.
No, we shall overcome.
Can you imagine them singing "We Shall Overcome" with, hey, LVZ? Can you imagine them singing "We Shall Overcome" with them heavy accents?
Oh my goodness!
We shall overcome. Sing with me, brother. Man, if you don't get your Bruce Lee smelling ass the fuck on away from around me, no. Fuck no.
And
they out there with nunchucks talking about yellow lives matter. Yellow lives matter.
And now they're trying to save face, where there was an article that came out in Yahoo where they were showing for the last so many years, there's a number of Asian organizations and groups that have been demanding reparations for unquote African Americans, and they gonna get down on Biden and saying that we're entitled to that too. That's not gonna work either. You trying to pimp us too on top of that.
They want us to get the money so that we can spend it with them.
There you go.
That's what that's all that is.
They trying to pimp money out of us.
Right, Lisa. Look, you ain't even know, True Road. That was all corner store owners. That was all. What you have done, atrocity.
Imagine that. They'll probably even put commercial ads. If we get our reparations, they'll probably put commercial ads on TV. Black people welcome. Black people welcome. Black people welcome.
Lisa, you're not too far off, because in Oakland, in Chinatown in Oakland, they when they had the lockdown, they had banners up around their businesses. Black Lives Matter, power to the people. Anything for somebody not to.
They want our money. That's how you know they want our money. All of a sudden, our causes are on their But that's what I'm just telling y'all. Them commercials are coming. We want the black people to come. Bring reparations to to Chung's seafood and food, and we will give you extra portion.
We give you reparation discount.
Yeah.
Black dimes matter. We will give you reparation discount.
Yeah,
we will do a party for you. 10% off.
I was thinking about when the pandemic hit. Remember, out in New York, they had it up where they was the only one gonna be protected because they was feeling like you talking about we out there jumping on them and stuff. They had to snatch that down real quick. They think they like Esau in one sense, that they want the police to be their personal bodyguard when they feel in some kind of way. And you're gonna rock and roll in this shit.
Yeah, Lakeisha Bridges and Craig are. You're right. You come, we give you fish head soup and extra egg roll.
Yeah. Open up one of them damn egg rolls and see what the hell in it. It be just full of egg roll. They'll put a strip of onion, a strip of this and that, and roll that sucker up tight and cover it. They like using sauces and shit to cover it up. Ain't none of them damn egg rolls. You can make your egg rolls at home. We used to do it all the time.
Shit extra grease.
Yeah, extra grease. Yeah, because they're deep fried. Yeah, they sure are. But if we get that reparation money, they gonna practically come in your backyard trying to get you to come in their business. They'll probably you know what they'll do, LVZ? They'll come door to door in the black neighborhood.
Hello, brother. Hello. Konnichiwa. Reparation. Man, get the
That's
fuck
what
away
it,
from my
know,
door, man.
you
that's
know
what
they are pigs. Y'all remember during the pandemic, they were actually almost trying to make us responsible for coming in there and buy their food during the pandemic.
yes, they
And
did.
nobody
Yeah.
was
You
coming.
right about that. I did a bunch of videos on that. Where they was talking about I spent this much money to get this business up and running, and y'all need to be here to come and eat. And I'm like, who the fuck they think they talking to? That we gotta come and
Look,
eat some nasty food?
they
Mhm.
misspelling the word Black Lives Madder. No, that's not how you spell matter. What are you doing? Oh, Black Lives Matter. No, that's matter. What are you doing?
Yep, I forgot
Huh?
about
Okay.
that, Lisa, that they was demanding for telling us essentially we better come back and eat their little
Yeah,
nasty food. It
yeah,
shut down a lot of Asian businesses up here in the Bay Area. They crumbled, and you know
yeah,
what?
they sure
But that
did
was
around
but
here
that was
too.
but that was on them. It's more of them than us. Why they own didn't go and patronize they people because they know that food ain't authentic Chinese food. They know that shit. You know how it is. We one of our own will open up a restaurant and we instantly be like, they ain't that you don't make seafood like that. No, we ain't doing
Okay.
that.
Auntie,
I want to say thank you to Tell It Like It Is. You wrote in your super chat, same thing that makes you laugh will make you cry. They was 100% cool with us, get sabotage, and now they crapping ramen bricks. Too bad. Now it's time to prove how much harder than us you really work. Amen. Thank you so much
No,
for the super chat.
wait a minute. You didn't say ramen bricks.
Ramen bricks, uh-huh.
that man said that they called Lisa the chicken flavor ramen brick. No, the Oriental flavor ramen bricks out this jump.
You know what they took? One of them took a piece of that ramen, and they had on one piece of their toilet was broke. That damn Asian stuck that ramen in there, glued it, then let it sit up real good. Took a grinder, grinded real good. Took some of that paint that have that enamel in it and sprayed that shit. You couldn't even tell. One side of the damn toilet has ramen noodles in there to hold up the damn toilet and stuff. And stop making that plastic ass rice too.
Because it's not really food, that ramen noodle. But look, this is the thing, y'all. We got to understand. My man killed me with the ramen bricks. So why you do that
Uh-huh.
to me with
Oh boy,
the ramen bricks?
I
Yeah,
can't
you
wait to
probably could build a house with those ramen noodles.
mm-hmm.
Bullshit. But that's what I'm about to say, Auntie. You gotta understand. You say you don't want no authentic Chinese food. That's what started the COVID.
Mm. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. No,
That's
no,
what
no.
started the COVID.
We got
Authentic Chinese cuisine started the COVID. Bad
we
soup.
we know how to make our own. I got 3 woks here. We can wok our own
What?
stuff and make it taste way better than them and not have all that grease in it. I don't like no
Yeah,
greasy
I
food.
got one. I bought a wok back in March and it came with all the cooking tool utensils and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, I don't need to buy their stuff. I know how to make fried rice if I want some.
There you go.
And it tastes
Mm-hmm.
better any damn way.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Sure do.
Just like our tacos better than Mexican people
Oh yeah.
tacos.
I can get down on some tacos and stuff.
Mexican people can't make no goddamn tacos. I don't really believe they did it. I think they stole it from us.
I do
Yes,
too. I
me
think
too.
most
Because
of
it
these
just
cuisines are stolen from us. I really do, even from other countries. I believe it's all ours.
yeah. Boy, I could go for some of those right now with some grape juice. Lord.
Well,
I
hell,
was
we
saying
are
that.
the salt of the earth. We are the salt of the earth. So basically, everything that we do, they stole it. I believe that.
So do
Bro,
I, KD.
I'm tell-
I do too.
I made some chicken and steak tacos. I finally just cut up some stuff and made it. And when I seasoned my chicken, I was like, that's how a taco supposed to taste.
Mm.
I literally just left a Mexican spot out here in Baltimore because I was starving. So I grabbed me some real tacos. I said, yeah, let me go and get the chicken and the shrimp. That shit was horrible, y'all. It was horrible. It was like they don't believe. I'm like, what? You don't believe in salt? Salt. Look, if I'm gonna die, it's gonna be with some taste in my mouth.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to live no bland ass life, man.
No.
Cilantro and all of that shit don't got no flavor all the time. Miguel.
Yeah, you look in their cupboard. That's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see salt and pepper, and might see some garlic. I got every seasoning you can think of.
Me too. I got so many. I got so many. They can't even fit in my spice rack. I got so many different spices.
We funny. We gotta have that stuff. You know, it's gotta have the right taste.
They got that Goya. But they don't use enough of that Goya. They got to sprinkle that Goya. They don't got no Lowry's. We got that Lowry's. They ain't got no Lowry's.
Yeah, you right.
You ain't never lie about that.
Yeah, put that something on a chicken and fry it up.
Look, you ever notice when like other races of people eat black people chicken, it's like they never had chicken before?
Oh,
yeah, they're always in a state of shock of how good it is.
When they bite down on it.
There is a video out, and I forgot what this man, it's an Arab man, and he lives overseas. He lives in the Middle East. And what they do is they bring in food from all different countries for them to try. They had fried chicken, collard greens, and I think potato salad. You should have seen how they were tearing that up. Talking about, this is really tasty. They ate the hell out of it because they never had it before. Being that they, live in the Middle East, they just don't cook like that. Yeah. You should have seen them on that video. One guy had he was practically sopping up the whole plate. He's like, this is good. I said,
It's rare to see them eat the whole thing on that because I noticed like they'll just sample it, not eat it all. So whoever they had cook it, they made sure they had the right one to cook it.
No, they actually, I know on the video I watched, they gave the name of the black woman that cooked it. And I remember when they got the plate, they were like, oh, this smells good. And then next thing you know, they were eating. Boy, it's like their faces didn't leave that plate. They were eating the hell out of it.
You know what I was thinking of? We got so many good cooks in our family, and especially like on my father's side of the family, we're known for, we know who cooks the best or whatever. And when the family get together, it is not unusual for people in our family that stole whole pans of food and hid it and all of that. I mean, it'd be big arguments in the house. My grandmother used to have to keep all the cakes locked up in her bedroom and stuff.
My dad was the griller. He was the best at grilling and barbecuing food. And every time we would have our family reunion, they throw him right in front of the grill.
It's like my husband is like that. He do all the barbecuing. They don't even have to ask. I know I gotta make the potato salad and the greens. I already know it. So everybody got a specialty.
We do. They said, they told me I make the best hamburgers. So I got to always mix the hamburgers. And I do that when we have the family reunion. I have done big, gigantic pans of hamburgers. But we all got our specialty, and we all know how to get together and throw down on some food. That's one thing we never struggled with.
You know what tickled me? When they barbecue hamburgers and hot dogs. Really?
First of all, we don't even want no frozen burger patties. No, mix that baby.
Hell no.
We mix it from scratch.
And then the freaking hamburgers, it be halfway cooked because it's still red in the damn middle.
You know what?
What?
A job that I worked on that happened years ago. KD, they had some white boys out there barbecuing, and they said everything would be ready at lunch. Well, when we got to work at 6. They hadn't even fired up the damn pit. I mean, that shit should have been damn near cooked at 6 a.m. And a lot of people got sick. Bunch of us, we wouldn't eat this stuff because they would put it on the grill and then turn it over a few times. And I guess since it's brown on the top, that was done. No, you gotta penetrate it. You
No,
gotta
that
eat
shit
it all the
ain't
way
done.
through.
And not only that, you got to make sure that when you have it on there, that the liquids that are flowing from the burger is clear. And
Yeah,
that right there is an indicator that it's cooked.
there you
But
go.
no, they don't cook things good enough.
Mm-hmm.
No, they never have.
You know the one that and I had warned my husband. We went to a house broth once, and he got turkey and dressing, and I said, Omari, don't get that dressing. I said that dressing is made with white bread, and he was like, what? I said, don't. He didn't listen to me. He was so mad at himself. I said, don't. I said they like making dressing with white bread. No, we use cornbread. Oh, they taste buds are somewhere else. I can't even decipher that shit. Leave that alone.
Yep, we got everybody specialized, and I got some cousins that are specialized in DJing for the family reunion. We got everybody lined up.
Yeah, we got the entertainment and everything down and stuff. Boy, I miss them days. I really do.
What do you think about because you weren't here when I went over it? What do you think about Britney Spears hitting her own damn self in the face and then doing a police report?
That's so them people, please. And they problems. We know how dysfunctional her dope fiend ass is. It's always something with them.
Well,
I could care
dropped
less.
it. The cops dropped it. I think they dropped it. It wasn't even a day later when they went and reviewed the tape and saw she slammed her own self in the face. What are they going to investigate?
She back on them damn drugs.
You gave yourself a left hook. What are they supposed to investigate?
Hey, Lisa, I wanted to ask you: Did you ever get an opportunity to watch? And I know you covered it already, but did you ever get an opportunity to watch so-called Brother Polite in court? Did you ever get to see the dynamics of that?
No, I did not get over there to look at it yet. I know I do have the channel that it's on.
Okay, because that when I was there when it all went down, and I don't know how he was able to orchestrate it, but he was the last one caught on that docket, and everything went mute for over 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Then when it came back on, they was talking about release your passports, and that was it and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of people pissed off yesterday because they thought it was gonna go all the way down.
No,
you explained
it. Hearing that he had to show up for.
But you know what I think when it's time for him to show back up in September, he gonna pull some kind of stunt before then. I don't see him coming back to court. I just don't see it. But they say he a flight risk. That's why they took his
passport. Yeah,
he took his passport and stuff. But I was surprised he didn't get up and put up a video today or yesterday, because usually he be playing with his words and stuff. But it's still a lot of delusional black folks that's donating to him, blaming the little 14-year-old girl. The girl is 14 years old. She a baby. How's she gonna plot on him?
Right.
It's just. But you know what? When these things happen, I think they need to happen, but I hate that somebody would have to be ruined in the process. It shows you how screwed up some of our folks is out here. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It just made me really do a double take on some of our folks. Like, what do you own? Really, it's sad.
Yeah, that's true.
I never seen on that bitch on that motherfucking dope. She want to touch black men and touch them any type of way she want. I ain't know Britney Spears 41.
Yeah.
And that boy 19 years old. 19? She want to be an old freak.
A 19-year-old black man.
19, damn.
Now, did you see how she was running towards him?
Yep, that boy 19.
I mean, she was running towards him like she was getting ready to call for a taxi.
What?
She
I mean,
was.
yeah, she had her hand off. She was just running. I was like, damn, he's 19. What the hell does
She
he
was
want
gonna give her some.
year-old
She was
butt?
gonna give her. Yeah, she was gonna give her some of that old Jurassic cooch.
Yeah, her face then cracked too.
Yeah, she looked like she 49.
Yeah,
I
Mhm.
I
said,
know
damn, Britt.
I know that makeup is real extra thick now on her face.
Yeah, it is. She's looking like a meth head chasing after. You saw how scraggly her hair was? I
Mm.
thought she was trying. I said, it looked like she was trying to buy a couple of bags.
She remember when she had shaved all her hair off her head, went bald
Mhm.
and stuff. She
Mhm.
didn't want them getting a hair sample. She didn't want that to happen because that'll really tell the full story when they get them hair samples and stuff. How long you've been on whatever you've been on, or what you'll find out the bigger picture.
Well, she got to
She was
still
on
be
the
on them
crack.
drugs. She got to still be on them drugs to punch herself in the face and then go file a police report. That
Yeah,
sounds like to me she's still on drugs.
yeah, but I'm
But
looking
when
at
she hit us,
a picture of her right now. You can see where her face is cracking everywhere. You can just see it. I see they had released that other little nasty girl out of jail early, the one that was um pretty much sex trafficking another actress.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, because Superboy did a video on her the other day, and
Mhm.
then he did a
Allison Mack.
Allison, yeah. Then he did
Allison Mack.
yeah.
Yes.
Then he did a video on I didn't even know this guy. She dates so many people and marries so many people. Kim Kardashian, some comedian that she used to be hooked up with, they putting him in rehab because he got mental health issues. And you know how Harvey is. He said, karma. He didn't sing this time, but when he sing, I told you so. I told you so.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Britney, she needs to go home to her kids or something, but chasing down a 19-year-old like that,
And that's
come on,
ridiculous.
come
Well,
on.
look at Madonna's ass. What is she? Do you know what they family had to come clean on Madonna?
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
She overdosed.
Yeah, yeah, you can tell Madonna's a drug addict when you look at her whole demeanor when she's on them live streams
Mm-hmm.
trying to talk to her fans. She's
Mm-hmm.
always spaced out
Mm-hmm.
and always saying a bunch of nonsense and trying to dance around. And every time she dances, she look like she dances like a drug, like she's on drugs.
She got that dope fiend dance, huh?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah.
and then
You
she
can
got the
tell
dope fiend legs.
The
Look how
dope.
skinny them legs is. She got
Did she
them crackhead legs.
be scratching
Like
all the
she been
time?
walking the track all night.
They get the scratching, ain't nothing there, or they acting like something is crawling on them. Damn, Britney. I remember when she hooked up with that Federline dude and stuff, and he had already had that other girl pregnant, and she didn't give a damn. And then when he ran off with another woman, she had a complete meltdown. She was running up and down Hollywood with her wedding dress on and stuff. I was like, wow, that karma caught up with her ass quick.
Kevin Federline was the one that turned her butt out.
Sure did. Well, he got a gang of kids.
Yeah, he had children with Shar Jackson.
Yeah, I think they had 2 children. But yeah, she just essentially just took him and cashed him out. So he went with the money.
Yeah.
And some children came up in the progress. Next thing you know, they done took the kids and gave them to him. Now she got to pay child support. I'm like, damn, girl. If it rains, it pours.
I know. I know.
All
right. Well, we've been on here almost 2 hours.
Well, I was glad I was coming and able to step in real quick because I've been really, really busy.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman dated Madonna. Yeah, that's when he was wearing the wedding dress and
the lipstick and
all made up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he dated her. Dated that old Carmen Electra.
Yeah. Shoot, but
I think he got a real young. I think she's either. I just kind of got a glimpse at her.
Mhm.
The girlfriend he got now, I think she's a sister,
Okay.
and he got her face tattooed on his face, and
Ooh,
she's upset. Oh, she's upset with him over that.
that's bad karma there. You don't never do that.
Yeah,
Put
yeah.
somebody's name on you or some boy that's boyfriend or girlfriend, then you
Mhm.
got to live with that bastard. Well, they can remove it. It's going to be
Remove it
painful,
now.
but
Yeah,
they can remove it.
I go through that pain.
Oof.
They said it's painful getting them things removed.
And you imagine some people even do them in jail. They even more painful. And, they got it all rigged up and letting all that poison run through your skin. Oof.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, Dennis, I can understand why he screwed up. Y'all know what happened to him in childhood. He got raped
Mm-hmm.
a couple of times
Wow.
when he was a child, and his mother would bring her tricks right there to the house in front of him. So
What?
yeah, Dennis got jacked up
I
as a
didn't know his
child.
mother was like that.
Yeah,
Damn.
his mother used to turn tricks in the house. And so
Damn.
he saw all of that, and on top of that, he got raped. Yeah, I mean, he had a rough childhood. That's why now, that's why I never said much or criticized him much, because I knew what he went through.
Mm-hmm. I'm
You
trying to.
know, when I found out, I did feel bad for him too. I did.
Mhm.
I didn't know he went through so much. That's why he's kind of out there in left field, but I don't know. I don't know who can hold up well, living in those kind of conditions. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. I am glad you all came. We had a good time, and we'll definitely do this again. I'm going to do another one maybe in about 2 weeks. I'll do another current events, because I know by then it will be plenty of things to talk about. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. I always enjoy our time together. And until the next time, shalom.